Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Shane.
And I'm Erica. Great to be diving in with you today.
Yeah, likewise. So today we're exploring a really fascinating journey. It comes from our friend Kecia. You might know her blog, Kecia's Tour Life.
Oh, absolutely. Kecia's blog is fantastic.
What makes her stuff so good is how she finds something memorable in every stop, planned or, totally spontaneous.
Right. She really captures the magic of the journey itself.
And this trip we're looking at today, well, it was definitely planned. But let's just say it took some unexpected turns. A lot of them.
Yeah, it sounds like one of those trips where everything that could go wrong sort of did.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It perfectly shows how even the best plans can just, run into life.
So the main event here was a jazz concert, the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater in Detroit, Wednesday, June 18th, 2025.
That's the one. It was supposed to be this amazing night. Pieces of a Dream were playing.
Legends. And Najee, too. Kecia calls him her music brother, which I love.
Yeah, it's sweet. And Najee actually invited her and her friend, her concert bestie, to the show.
Oh, wow. So like a personal invitation.
Yep. And little did he know what an adventure they'd have just getting through the door.
He had no idea about the saga unfolding.
None at all. So our mission, our deep dive today, is really unpacking how Kecia handled all these challenges. Because her whole thing was, all that mattered was that we made it in spite of everything.
That's powerful. Resilience, right? And I hear music played a big part, maybe some blue drinks, too.
Oh, the blue drinks definitely make an appearance. So yeah, resilience, music, maybe a little liquid courage. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start at the beginning. The day itself, June 18th, 2025. It wasn't just any day for Kecia.
No, definitely not. It's actually the anniversary of her losing her dad. So she was already starting the day carrying, some heavy emotions.
Right. That adds a whole other layer to everything that happened, that baseline emotional state.
For sure. But she was determined. She said this was not going to be a sit around and sulk kind of day. She chose music to soothe her soul, as she put it.
Heading to the Aretha, right there on the Detroit River. Music as therapy.
Exactly. Which is really admirable, turning to something positive.
It really is. But that determination got tested pretty much immediately with the drive.
Ah, yes, the weather. Always unpredictable.
Totally. Like a game of roulette, she said. The forecast was all over the place. Sunshine one minute, storms the next.
So she and her bestie were just trying to manifest clear skies the whole way.
Pretty much. Speaking dry skies into existence. And, for most of the drive, it actually worked.
Oh, famous last words.
Right. They thought, okay, maybe we're good. But yeah, spoiler alert, they weren't. Not really.
That feeling when you think you've dodged a bullet, only to find another one waiting.
Exactly. And that resolve, it got tested again almost immediately upon arriving in Detroit with the infamous hotel maze.
Okay, this part is wild because Kecia knows Detroit. She's been countless times. Stays at the same hotel every summer, like clockwork.
So familiar territory should be easy.
Should be. But the GPS, it started acting brand new, like it had never been there before.
Oh, no. Missing exits.
Missing exits, getting off the freeway, getting right back on. She said she felt like she was literally driving in circles.
Like being stuck in a weird video game.
Totally. She was joking. She expected someone to pull up and ask if she was lost. Her anxiety, through the roof.
1,000, she said. I can feel that frustration. When something you rely on, like GPS, just fails you in a familiar place, it's extra maddening, especially when you're already stressed.
Right. It just drains you. But even with all that anxiety building and the concert clock ticking, what was their number one priority when they finally got close?
Let me guess. Food.
You got it.
Yeah.
They stopped for food first, then finally checked into the hotel. Just barely enough time to get concert cued, as she put it.
Huh. Priority straight. Okay, so they survived the drive, fueled up, got ready. Smart move next, I gather. Taking an Uber.
Super smart. After that drive. Dealing with parking at the Aretha, then driving after the show. No, thank you.
Good call. Avoid the hassle. Let someone else handle the driving.
Exactly. Let you actually focus on, enjoying the night.
Okay, so they arrive at the venue, Uber success. What's the first thing they do? They probably needed to unwind.
Oh, yeah. Kecia zeroes in on the venue's infamous blue drink.
Infamous. Tell me more.
Apparently, nobody really knows what's in it, but everyone says it's amazing.
Intriguing.
She does warn, though, not for the weak. But also perfect for a hot, humid Detroit evening. Sounds like just what they needed.
A mysterious, potent cocktail. Okay, but the story doesn't end there, does it? There was more. Drama.
Oh, the saga continued. Their server took Concert Bestie's card and then just vanished.
Vanished, like gone.
Gone. For over 30 minutes. Kecia said she almost filed a missing persons report.
30 minutes.
Yeah, she was joking, like maybe the server decided to join the band or something. It's just another layer of absurdity on an already absurd day.
I'd be losing my mind, especially after everything they'd already dealt with. Just get me the blue drink.
Right.
So, did the server ever reappear?
She did, finally. With the drinks, lots of apologies. And Kecia took one sip.
And the verdict.
Yep, worth the mystery and the wait.
Sometimes you just need that drink. It overrides everything else.
Seems like it. So blue drinks finally secured. It was showtime. Or part one, anyway. Pieces of a dream.
Ah, finally. Some smooth jazz to calm the nerves. How were they?
Incredible. James Lloyd on keys, Chris Harmon on drums, Tony Watson Jr. on sax. Just chef kiss.
Awesome. And the background vocalists?
Apparently they sang. Really brought the energy. The crowd was moving, vibing, and ready.
Okay, so the music is working its magic. Finally, things are looking up.
You'd think so. The vibe was great. Everyone's feeling it. Najee's about to come on. And then...
Oh no, don't tell me.
Thunder. Lightning. The whole 9 yards. Mother Nature decided it was her turn to perform.
A full-blown storm, just like that.
Just like that. Lights out. Heavy wind. Rain pouring into the amphitheater. Kecia said it was giving Noah's Ark realness.
Whoa, okay, that sounds intense.
Right, but here's the interesting part. The crowd.
What about them? Panic.
Mostly. Now, these were Detroit jazz lovers. Most people apparently just stayed calm, sheltered under the covered seats, just waiting it out.
Really? Just waited in the middle of that?
For 35 minutes.
Yeah.
Just holding tight. It says something about the vibe there. Maybe the music had already chilled everyone out, or maybe they just really wanted to see Najee.
That's amazing, that collective patience, waiting out the actual storm for the music.
It really is. And their patience was rewarded. After about 35 minutes, things calmed down. The crew, total heroes, brought the gear back out.
Okay. Moment of truth.
And then, enter Najee, the comeback set. He walks out, sax in hand.
And the crowd went wild, I bet.
Erupted. Kecia said it was like everyone let out a breath they didn't know they were holding.
Ah, that's great. How was his set after all that?
She said it was soulful, vibrant, healing everything she needed. Just perfect for washing away the day's stress, even though it ended a bit early because of the delay.
Wow. Music really saved the night then, even after the storm.
It really did. And the perfect end. She actually got to see Najee backstage for a quick hello before he left.
Oh, that's lovely. After everything she went through to get there, that personal connection must have meant a lot.
She called it the perfect ending. Made all the craziness worth it, you know?
Totally. That personal touch on top of the healing music. Okay, so the concert was ultimately a success despite, well, everything. Surely the adventure was over then.
You would think. You'd really think. But nope. The universe had one more little twist planned for the next morning.
Oh, come on. What now?
Pancakes. Or rather, the lack thereof. Kecia was looking forward to her usual wonderful pancake breakfast at the hotel. Like a little reward.
A simple pleasure after a wild night, totally deserved.
Right. But then, the pancake predicament. Packed up, went down, closed, doesn't open till 11 a.m., which was checkout time.
Oh, that's just frustrating. Why?
Staff shortages, apparently.
Ah,
And breakfast only on weekends now. Kecia's reaction. Just, that's it, I'm done.
I get that. Sometimes it's that final small thing that just breaks you after you've weathered the big storms.
Thankfully, the drive home after that was uneventful. Detroit looked like nothing had ever happened.
Oh, that's something, I guess. A smooth exit.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, the emotional start, the GPS mess, the vanishing server, the actual storm, the pancake letdown, what does it all add up to?
It really paints a picture of incredible resilience, doesn't it? Just pushing through one obstacle after another.
Definitely. That determination not to let things derail her, even when they were literally derailing her peace.
Yeah, that ability to persevere is powerful, though she does give a little credit elsewhere, too.
Ah, right. We can't forget the supporting players.
She does admit, hilariously, that the blue drinks helped some.
You gotta love the honesty. It makes the resilience feel more, I don't know, human. Sometimes you need a little help, whatever form it takes.
Exactly. It's grit, but it's also acknowledging the coping mechanisms, the little boosts that get you through, whether it's a mysterious blue drink or just the thought of the music ahead.
And in the end, that's what mattered most to her. Making it there, experiencing the music, finding that solace in spite of everything the day threw at her.
It really speaks to that idea that the destination, or maybe the meaning found in the journey, can outweigh the struggles. That search for connection, for joy.
Finding peace right in the middle of the chaos, not necessarily waiting for the chaos to end.
That's a great way to put it. It's not about avoiding the storms, it's about learning how to navigate them, how to find your center even when things are swirling.
Which brings us nicely to the end of this deep dive.
And she left us with a really beautiful thought in her blog post, something perfect for all of us to think about as we navigate our own lives. You want to share it?
Yeah, absolutely. She wrote, "Life will try to derail your peace sometimes, but if you just hang on, wait out the storms, literally and figuratively, and let the music play, you'll find your way back to okay."
Just let the music play. Powerful stuff.
It really is. A great thought to end on.
If you want to read more about Kecia's adventures in music, travel, and her take on other live events, you can check out her blog at keciastourlife.com.
And she's also active on social media. You can find her on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Just search for Kecia's Tour Life.
Thanks for diving deep with us.
See ya.
See you next time.